Okay. All right, the video is started. Let me do attendance. And folks, I am just a heads up. I'm going to start doing attendance 5 minutes into class. So 5 minutes after that, you're either absent or you're late, but the initial attendance will be done 5 minutes into class. So again, I'd like for you all to be looking at the review questions and I'll tell you what to do with them after that. Also going to start GoGuardian because I find that GoGuardian is the easier way to, fastest way to do attendance. So GoGuardian is starting. So if you're not in where you're supposed to be, please get there. So everybody should be on Canvas looking at this study questions. And then on the living world ecosystems, that's where we should be. Like I said, see, it's faster for me to do attendance from GoGuardian, see who's logged in, who's not, but it also shows me if you're looking at what you're supposed to be looking at. And most of you are looking at me. All right. Also, like last class, I found that somebody had logged in and just left it idle. It's not enough to log in, folks. You all don't do this. It's some of the others who are not logged in yet. They have a tendency, like right now, I got somebody logged in and it's been idle for the last, I don't know how long. So don't do that. Because at the end of class, when I see it idle, I'm going to go back and mark you absent. So make sure that when you're logged in, you're logged in to do what you're supposed to do. Stay in class, stay logged. Got folks logging in, logging in. Like I said, in a minute, I got 2 people that need to be admitted. And then I'm going to mark everybody else absent or late. And that's quite a few people. All right, if you just logged in, I was just explaining that this is almost 10 minutes now into class. I'll do attendance at this point, and after that, you're absent. And then you'll just be marked late if you show up later, but initially you'll be marked absent. Like I got almost half the class is missing at the moment. Okay. All right. Because and like I said, most of you, and I'm talking to the people who are not guilty, but you got quite a few people in this class that show up whenever. And this is an AP class. Also, remember that Miss Martin wants to know whether or not you're going to take the AP exam by Friday. So please be thinking about that. All right, so we're still missing Deborah, Jada, Sadie, Gabrielle, and Kamari. Okay. All right. So they're absent at the moment. Okay. Having done that, you should see on your dash that there is a biome test. So I'd like everybody to look at that. Please let me know if you can't log into it. All right, so on my page, I'm clicking on the what's to do today, and a test should come up. So let me know if you can't access that. Mm, I had it in the module and then it was again showing up two places in the grade book. So I deleted one, but I deleted the one that was showing up in the module. So, all right. So go through. Some of them have pictures, some of them don't. Um, and right now I've just taken these 6 questions. So this is worth 27 points. So use this time. Again, you can look up the answers. Make sure that you answer all parts of the question. Like this one wants you to identify, you have to name, so look at the picture, identify the predator and prey in 3 of these relationships. Okay, and remember plants can be prey also because they are eaten. Okay, so you understand that. So there's an understanding of the term predator and prey. So you need to identify 3 sets of predator-prey relationships in this picture. The next question is kind of self-explanatory. You need to list 3 competition causes. Why do we have competition in a biome? What are the reasons for competition? You're going to define mutual. In the third one, you're going to define mutualism, commensalism, parasitism, and give an example of organisms that are in a mutualistic relationship. An example of organisms that are, and you only have to do one for each: commensalism relationship and parasitism relationship. Next one, it would describe 4 abiotic factors and 2 biotic factors that determine a particular biome. So you can pick whatever biome you like, aquatic, terrestrial, and name 4 abiotic factors that are important to that biome and 2 biotic factors that are important to the biome that you pick. Next, you're going to look at this diagram and you're going to use it to classify the producers. You're going to use, this is a freshwater biome. Identify the producers, the primary consumers, and secondary consumers in that diagram. And lastly, for each type of symbiotic relationship, identified as plus or minus. Now, this one can be done as a graph. Sometimes they produce little charts for this positive and negative relationships. So this one you can use a graph or a diagram to answer that question. Okay. All right. So I'm going to leave you. I'm going to stop sharing. Is there anybody who is not able to access this? Okay. So that's what you're going to work on today. And I'll create another one for Wednesday. So I'm going to go through that whole review packet and create quizzes for each day this week for us to review that section before we move on to the next one. So these are the kind of questions that you would see on an AP exam. All right, any questions about that? All right. Hold on. My chat button is trying. It should say biome review quiz or biome review test. It should be, you probably access it from your to-do page, things to do today. I had it in the module and then it showed up twice in the grade book. When I deleted one, I deleted the one that was in the module. So, okay, good. All right, everybody's good. All right. Okay. I need to go back and All right, so so to make the most of your time, everybody should be in the test now. And I might also add, don't copy and paste. If you copy and paste, adjust it so that the answers look like you wrote it. I can tell a copy and pasted answer from one that shows that you understand, and so can the AP people. And you won't be able to copy and paste during an AP exam. So if you find an answer that you have to copy and paste, um, you can look up examples. You should have notes. And if you've been taking notes, you should be able to look it up in your notes. You can go back in the section on Canvas and look up answers. All I'm asking again is that you do not just copy and paste an answer and stick it in there. If you copy and paste it, adjust your answer so that it looks like you have an understanding of what you just put there. I don't want to see a whole paragraph that looks like you got it from the encyclopedia. So in short, yes, you can go back and look at your Canvas sections on that we've already done on biomes to get an understanding of what the questions on definitions are asking you for. I need everybody to please be working on this test. This is a today assignment. You don't want to get behind because on Wednesday we're going to do the next part, and on Friday we're going to do the next part. All right, Kamari, we're working on the test. It'll say biome review test. It should be on your to-do page. Okay, you can look up the answers. Just don't copy and paste. If you copy and paste, structure the answer so that it doesn't look like you copied and pasted. Put it in your own words. Use your Canvas sections to go back and review. All right, Jada and Ariana, you need to be taking this test and not somebody else's test. been great. I don't know why this keeps typing. And then why did it do that? Hmm. Yeah, folks don't want to be Okay, it looks like all of you who are present have submitted. Got quite a few people absent. Uh, if you have completed that, look at the next section and start preparing yourself for um, what the questions will be for the next one. Let me share with you before I come out of the grade book for a minute. Okay, so I'm looking at the study guide. We did biomes. Next, we're going to look at the carbon cycle. So take a look at these. And I'm always going to be looking at the check your understanding questions. Okay, so if you're already submitted your work for today, I'll start looking at them and start looking at these because the next set of questions will come from the check your understanding for carbon. Okay. And then Friday we'll look at the check your understanding questions for nitrogen and phosphorus. Since both of those are short, we'll do nitrogen and phosphorus together. All right, so we're going to go through this whole section here. We may not do the food webs, food chains because you kind of did one a sample question on that, but we will do the check your understanding questions for each of these other ones. Okay, so go through. You can use the last 5 minutes that we have now to go through and look at carbon, because the questions for tomorrow will come from carbon. And again, the questions for Friday will come from nitrogen and phosphorus. Okay, any questions? Any questions? All right, so we're looking at the study guide for that unit. Once we finish these, once we get through all of those, then we'll go on to the next one. Okay. Mm. Which is biodiversity. So I won't publish biodiversity until we're finished with all of the study questions for this section. Okay. I will say for Wednesday, like a couple of you were multitasking. Um, this is a test, and like I said, we have 3 parts to it. So we need you to come to class on time and focus so that you can get this assignment done in the time that's allotted on the day that it's allotted. All right, Gabrielle, I don't know whether you heard what I just said, but on Wednesday, we're going to do the second part. And I need everybody to try to be on time so that you can get that section done in the time that's allotted. Because remember, Wednesday classes are shorter. And then we'll do this third section on Friday, which means we still have 2 sections to do next week before we finish this review unit. And again, these are practice questions for the type of AP questions. Also, you're reminded that Ms. Martin wants to know if you are taking the AP exam. She needs to know by Friday. So be thinking about that, talking to your parents, because there is a fee for that. So be working on that thought. Okay.